Hello everyone and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode we came up here to the empty throne in Prison Island. And we have the way open to the top, which we will not be taking right away. We've got some more stuff we can actually get here. With the bone pillar raised, the arena floor is also raised, which means we can come to this little section we come before. It has a shit ton of collectibles, which actually doesn't matter because we did clock in all of the Prison Island collectibles last episode, but there are still a fair few side quests in the game that need Prison Island collectibles. But the main one is that little red lad there, which is... No, it's not Blue Blood. Not an angry monkey. Come on, game. Work with me here. Come on. Really? That many things? This is just absurd at this point. There it is, the kitchen door key. So let's head back down to the banquet hall / kitchen. And this has always kind of been treated as two sections until now, but we can just come through and with the kitchen door key, which you basically only get once you've kind of defeated Dixon's Obarts there, we can open up this little section. And crucially, this gives us access to the bone pillar, so we can now kind of raise and lower the bone pillar at our leisure. There is a very clear reason why we want to do this. There's something in the downstairs room which only gets exposed when the bone pillar is lowered. Yeah, it's the whole kind of like chunk of the ceiling vaulting and a lot of the rooms change accordingly. Let's warp down here. And with this vaulting here, as I say, lowered, there are two rooms that we have access to. This is only when the bone pillar is down, which are these little kind of side chambers, which have another two giant chests in them. So this first one here has the Titan Helm. Ooh, slotted data resistance, actually pretty good. HP up light armor, that's got Shulk or Dumbman written over it. And the Dragon Rod Alcar, which is pretty cool. And experience up 5. If I cared about experience, that would be pretty spicy. Let's see what the Dragon Rod's like in Melia. Ooh, that's better auto attack, but actually much worse other stats. And frankly, that's what matters with Melia is... you don't auto-attack with Melia, that's absurd. It is slightly better on Rhine than the Asura, but I like the HP... Actually, the HP up probably doesn't matter shit on Rhine. Oh no, it actually does matter shit for a change. We'll put the Asura back on, and we'll actually put on Ricky, the Titan Helm. Is that Ricky on 100% daze resist? That's absurd. What a wild thing to have maxed out. Well, no one will be dazing the hero upon anytime soon, I suppose. The other side, we of course have another giant's treasure chest. Which has the critical up 5, which is really nice. The Kongamato, symbol of the strange bird monarch. Which is a weird biter for Ricky, and Argos leggings and grey stopper, which are alright. Yeah, probably the calming biter is better. Right, we now need to head up to the empty throne, and I believe we can still proceed on even though the bone pillar is lowered. Yeah, because we walk. So the bone pillar's back down, but we can walk up here. That's absolutely fine. In all the talk of Ricky's biters, the Konkamoto, I realised I never really talked about the Monopon. So the Monopon is a very amusing weapon, which we get... I've sold it already, but you only get it... the Great Canyon, we're outside again here now. You only get the Monopon from defeating Banner. And it's an amusing reference for a number of reasons. First off, it's called the Monopon, as in a reference to Monado, but the Nopon version, except the fact that it's mono means it only does 1 damage. It is statistically the weakest weapon in the game, which is quite funny. It's also a reference to 2 specific things during the development of this game. Number 1 was the fact that apparently, occasionally, there was a glitch whereby Banner, when you killed him, would accidentally drop one of the highest level versions of the Monado, which he obviously wasn't supposed to. And it's also a reference to some of the changes made in Ricky's character. Early on in development, Ricky was like a Nopon thief who first crossed paths with the party. Oh, by the way, there's a heart-to-heart here, which is full affinity between Sharla and Melia. We won't be doing that yet. Couple of dinos here come charging at us. There's no way to dodge them, so we will fight them. Like many episode enemies in Prison Island, they have a down spike, so don't topple them. But yes, you would encounter Ricky by him being basically stealing the Monado from the party. So it's kind of a bit of a dual reference to both of those things. Anyway, let's do a bit of a chain attack here. Oh, I didn't mean to say sorry, I meant to bitey bitey. Oh well. Either way, continuing the chain attack is what matters. Ooh, that was spicy. That was spicy, guys. What should we say there? That would be ridiculous. I don't know why I should say that. Anyway, I'm going to finish off these dinos off camera. Oh, I just got the stupid nebula. Oh, and a liar's joined in. As in AIA is what they call, not liar, as in someone who does not tell the truth. That would be a bit of an absurd name for an enemy. Oh, I say sorry again. In fairness, it's quite powerful. Oh, the next set of monsters have arrived. Yeah, this bridge is just a real bitch because the game just keeps on throwing enemies at you. Well, no. Fortunately, Fiora missed there with Final Cross. Final Cross is really dangerous here because Fiora loves to use it because in fairness it's an absurdly powerful art. The problem with it is it topples everyone in range, and liars I think are immune to topple, but those three Bargs that just turned up, Bargs very much not immune to topple and have annoying spikes when they're toppled, so you really got to hope that Fiora doesn't use them on it. And to be honest, generally the AI are pretty good at knowing when an enemy has some kind of topple spark and tending to not topple them in those occasions. We're building up with... Well, right, I must say, we're a weird party at the moment. I kind of love this party of Ricky, Fiora, and Shulk, because we kind of got two glass cannons who can deal a lot of damage, though I have actually made some steps towards de-glass cannoning Fiora a little bit. But they can both output a lot of damage, whereas Ricky can just take a lot of damage. He's got his damage over time. Ricky pairs well with glass cannons, even though he's not a full-on, like, aggro tanking character like Ryan is. It's a really interesting setup. Need to make sure I don't accidentally use Cyclone there. Monado Buster, by the way, is still very powerful. It's not as... So, Buster does double damage to Mechon, which obviously isn't really relevant anymore in the game. But it is still very powerful. It still does a huge amount of damage anyway, possibly more than any other individual art. You'll also notice in Fiora's new setup, visually we've got for her, she's in a kind of like Mechon style, as the colour is kind of like dark and gold, but she's got fucking bird legs, because why not? But she's also wielding Mayneth's Monados. You'll notice they've got that kind of glow to them, which is kind of cool. Ooh, a Dark Claw. Ricky's been yoinking. Oh, did that Barg just give up the fight? Oh, no, he... What? That was weird. And now he's back into fucking full health. That's some nonsense. Don't like that. Why is Ita super effective? Oh, it's because he's buffed himself. That's one of the things that Ita does. Ita inflicts bleed, it also removes all buffs, and it's genuinely quite a useful art, and the bleed it inflicts is pretty potent. But I kind of forget to use it much. Like of the optional Monado arts, I use... Oh, that Say Sorry ruined his fucking day. Good God. This might kill him. This did kill him. But yeah, like I use armor a hell of a lot more of the two optional Monado arts, but Ita certainly has its place. It's very handy. Oh, Braving the Elements. Put on screen what that was, Doctor, while I polish off all of these. Ooh, we got a gold chest from someone. That's nice. Oh, wait, I think I have a feeling that Sharla is already wielding the agate. Let's check. Yep, absolutely is. That's because it's really handy with the HP up, the heat sink, and unbeatable, which means, you know, the tub thumping gem, because if you get knocked down, there's a 40% chance you get back up again. You'll love to see it. These clearly came from Dinos. Oh, the next set of enemies are coming at us. They really do just throw you a shit ton on this bridge. Fiendish Orban is actually interesting among enemies of Prison Island in that he doesn't have any kind of a topple spike. You can just topple this lad happily enough. And I intend to do just that once we've built up towards a chain attack. Another liar has joined in the fight, annoyingly. He's kind of immune to topple, to break outside of a chain attack. But that kind of should be alright. There's a fair few of the bastards around here, but we should be up to a chain attack soon, and that should get us where we want to be. Right, okay, so let's... Wait, I've got no way of toppling. Never mind talking shit about toppling, I can't even do it. At least we can break him in a chain attack, I suppose, and let's bitey him. I suppose if we... Yeah, well, we don't have Fiora's Final Cross, but we could, at points. That was what I was hoping for, because now I can actually topple him with Cyclone. topple all of them in Cyclone, because we've got all of them. That was fun. We can't really topple lock him, because I think he recovers from topple lock pretty fast. But, oh my god, he does recover from topple pretty fast, but Fiora slapped another fucking final cross on him. That's pretty fun. Yeah, so he can be toppled, but it just doesn't gain much. It actually might be best for us to focus on some of the other shit. Oh, he's enraged himself. So you'll notice, yeah, he's now up to level fucking 82, which is, frankly, obnoxious. I really should have broken him with something so I can topple him as well. Well, you know what? Final cross. Fuck it. Do it again. Like, even if you don't get the full advantage of the chain attack, final cross is just really handy for... final cross is really handy for doing a shit ton of damage to everyone. Like, it does a ton of ether damage to everyone in its range. And, oh, god, tension. Oh, no, his craze has gone. He's back down to 78. He's doable again. Oh, visions. This is not good. Value a break. Oh, my god. 10,000. No one's surviving that. Well, let's quickly... Actually, I'm going to Battle Soul to build up my Monado gauge, because I need to shield against that, because that's the only way that's not going to just ruin someone's day. But with that shield up, I'm still going to warn Fiora about it and let her... Ooh, Sword Drones or Final Cross. Final Cross, I reckon. We've got a fair few enemies here. That'll help thin the herd a little. Very nice. Quickly see if we can daze this guy. No. God, you've got to move fast to daze the bastard. But with us... Has he still not let off that art that we're warned about? Right, let's break on top again. So we'll break. Ricky can break as well. And if I'm lucky, yes! Still got Sword Drones, so 3 times Sword Drones. That'll kill him. Easily. Beautiful. Oh, and then there's Liar. Fuck him. There we go. Kind of forgot he was still involved with all that nonsense. Whew. I think we are done with enemies on this bridge now, frankly. Ooh. Oh, shield bullet. That's actually not very great. Is the Z speed better than what she's already got? No. And also the speed frame is really handy because it's got haste 6 on it. And haste 6 is great anyway, but haste 6 also, for us it's a weapons gem. You can only put haste on weapon, which means you're limited on how many... If you've got haste on an armor slot, that means it frees up weapon slots for more interesting shit, basically. So it's really handy to have, but it's just a thing that's impossible to do as a normal human, I suppose. It's really cool to come back to this. Like, I've said this a couple of times before, but coming back to Prison Island is just very cool because it's such a different... Like, when I first came to Prison Island, when I first played this game, I was like, holy shit, this is really cool, this massive island in the storm, and there's so much of it you can't get to, and it was so mysterious and cool, and then you come back to it with this music, and it's such a different experience, and I love that about it. The Gondoral Cathedral is one of the very sparse landmarks of Prison Island. Literally, nothing on the 4th floor at all. Then we only got the empty throne, and then we've got the Bridge of Breath outside. There are not many here. Dying is really annoying in Prison Island, but it's not actually come up much. Fortunately, bafflingly, of all things here, there's a time attack portal. And I'm actually going to show this for one reason. There's actually a new trial that's unlocked here called Uniquely Disadvantaged. That and He of the Metal Face are too high for us to challenge in free mode, but we can do them in restricted. I'll have a crack at this, but I think it's quite difficult, and I think you have to plan quite hard to do it. It's for chilies. It's the spiciest of the challenges. We've actually unlocked all of them other than this one, which is a DLC one. But let's have a crack at this. So we're Fiora, we've got Melia and Charlotte. So we're in the battle. We've got a level 97 version of Cellar Bugworm. Shimmering 14 Conflagrant Raxiel. Oh god, we've got a right weird arts palette as well. At least we've got Sword Drones 10, that is something. Right, let's have everyone focus on Cellar Bugworm for now. Frankly, this guy's one of the first unique monsters you encounter in the game. He's like level 13. Why this guy has any business being here at this high level is kind of wild. I'm guessing this is just going to be a real mismatch of unique monsters, though. We need to take on Forte next. Right, we have got no way to deal with his spike. No, that's a lie. We've got Melia can Mind Blast him. And hopefully she's going to do that. Oh, otherwise the spike's going to fucking ruin me. Though actually, we've actually nearly killed him, so that's fine. I don't think there'll be any chain attacks in this for anyone. And now we're on to Conflagrant Raxiel. If you could do some healing, please, Charlotte. They've got, by the looks of it, they've got Fiora set up pretty tanky. So we should be alright to keep her alive. Right, what we got now? Immovable Gonzalez and Territorial Rothbart. Two massive Gogols. So we're going to need the Ether users who are with us to even have a chance of dealing much damage to these guys, because Fiora, unfortunately, is probably going to miss a lot of her attacks. So you guys need to focus on Rothbart for now. We just need to take one of these down. Oh, do I risk a chain attack? Fuck it. I'm really going to deeply regret that, but there we go. Let's double blade him. Oh, really? Not got anything? Oh, that's annoying. And then Charlotte's probably... Oh, at least she's got headshot. That's something. Well, that was an utterly shocking chain attack, because I figured Melia would have an elemental ready, but she did not. I was hoping to let off some powerful sword drones. I meant to let off sword drones with second gear there, but didn't. Ugh. Irritating. Oh, final cross is ready at least. That's good. Can these guys be toppled? They're big lads, so maybe. The bigger they are, the more shit they eat. Wonderful. And Gonzalez does not have a down spike, which is pretty good. I was hoping to get cross impact in there. Didn't quite. But let's do this. His spike's gonna be annoying. I actually want another chain attack so I can... And we've got a chain attack ready. Just about. There we go. Just because I want a chance to fire off Final Cross again. Because it'll take its spike off, if nothing else. Please tell me you've got an elemental ready, Melia. Yes, you have. We've got Headshaker? We have got Headshaker. Nice, we can actually daze this fucker. And then I can daze him again with Fiora. Maybe we can instant death him, but I assume not. Oh, actually, I haven't got my daze ready. But we can spear blade him, which should do a nice bit of damage, and that should be Gonzalez down. And there, 3 waves. Was 2 enough? There's the 3rd wave. Oh my god. The fucking Christ. So these are 2 super bosses. Gonzalez is not supposed to be this high, but these are legitimately 2 of the game's super bosses. The highest level enemies in the game, and it expects me to fight them in a fucking chain time attack. I'm not sure we can do this. Well, we must be able to do it because it's restricted mode, so, but I think I just need to prep a bit more. I am going to have to piss off Avalanche Abassi just because he's targeting Charlotte, and we can't have that. Hey, you idiot over here. Look at me. Once Fiora's taken the aggro, I'll be happier. Not Melia. That's not what I want. Nor chain attack. None of this. Ho ho indeed. I think they've made these easier. They have to rely on those guys' ether attacks to really deal with that. So I think I'm gonna struggle to actually take that aggro. We've got to focus on actually getting Belgalas killed. Yeah, they've definitely made these easier. These guys should... Well, alright, so after we've beaten the game, I'm going to be, going through a lot of stuff, and one of those things I'm going to go through is all the super bosses and how to handle them, and... Oh, fuck. And... definitely Avalanche Abassi and probably Lizard Belgalis, I think, basically should have spikes which inflict instant death on you immediately. So you have to literally constantly purge their spikes. If you don't, you'll just die immediately. So they've clearly taken those off in this mode because otherwise this would not be remotely doable. And they've adjusted the stuff because I am landing a few hits on Lizard Belgalis, which I shouldn't be able to do otherwise. Rex Poison. Oh yeah, that's going to poison the shit out of me. If you could do something about that, Charlotte, that'd be great. Nope, I'm just fucking dead. Well, if someone could come over and get me back up, that'd be brilliant. I've kept party gauge for exactly this reason. Thank you! Let's see if we can at least kill this man. Fighting 1 super boss is at least doable. Fighting 2 is infuriatingly difficult. There we go. Right, let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, I'm awful at this. As in Fiora is, because this guy is just so high level that almost everything is going to miss him. So I've really got to rely on my ether users, one of whom is dead and the other whom has got the aggro. I think I can't take the aggro is the problem, and I also can't really do anything that's going to get the party gauge up. Ultra Playbite. What a disturbing name for an absurdly powerful art. Drain some strength from him though. Oh, there we go. He's at least targeting me instead of Melia. That is genuinely something. Because then we don't just die immediately. Just give me fucking sword drones is annoying because I want ether drones. Well, okay. You're dead. I guess of the 2, if we're going to have one, it's probably best to have Charlotte. Oh, we can do some damage to him. This is not the party I would choose for this, which is presumably why the game makes you fucking use them. Because for me, it's all about, you know, dealing a bit of, well, quite a lot of, you know, damage over time and that kind of thing. And having a very ether-heavy party for targeting this high above your own level. Because we're at level 99, which is actually the level cap of the entire game. You cannot be higher level than this, so bear in mind this is how nasty the super bosses will actually be if we come to do it ourselves. Oops, indeed. Big oops. Right, fucking Final Cross. Get this guy down. Final Cross is also an ether attack, so at least that actually damages the bugger. Ultra Air Crush 10. Gonna ruin my day completely. Did he just resist the force topple? What a bastard. Well, I'm gonna fucking die. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. Cool. That's a really hard one, which I'm gonna have to plan before I even figure out how to tackle that in restricted mode. But I think I'll do that. You know, given what that is, I'll do that on the episode I deal with super bosses. Makes more sense. Oh, shut the fuck up. Arch Sage, what do you know? But yes, our goal now is the Gondoral Cathedral, a corridor of silence.
Where are we? What is this place? It looks like a cathedral. There's an altar over there.
These have scary faces.
We better take a look.
You see something, Shulk? This indentation. It looks like something should fit inside it.
Yep, Ricky feel like something here.
It's probably a way up to the top.
Could it really be that easy?
There's no use thinking about it. Let's search for whatever fits into the gap.
Well, that's a deeply alarming detail. It looks like something is missing from the altar. Looks like you look around the area and see if you can find an item that fits in it. Helps you to the top of the prison island. Use the dragon summon. What if I don't want to use the dragon summon? That sounds like a genuinely terrible idea. But we're actually going to basically hold the episode there, because I do not want to do the dragon summon this episode. But we have got a heart-to-heart to do before then, which is another really good one. As I say, all the ones in Prison Island are really good, because they are dealing with before the final battle kind of shiz. So here we have, between Shulk and Fiora, before the final battle. Something wrong, Shulk? You look like you're a million miles away. Shulk, you in there? Oh, hey Fiora, what's up? Hello, I just asked you that. Are you feeling okay? Sorry, I was just thinking. You've been like this since we got here. You don't miss a thing, do you? Nope, and I know exactly what's been on your mind. You're worried about me. How did you know? All I had to do was look at your face. I could feel the worry. Just by looking at me? That's pretty amazing. I was joking, Shulk. Thank you, though. But I've been feeling much better, so stop worrying so much. If you're feeling better. Hey, Shulk, do you think I'll ever be 100% Homs again? No doubt, of course you will. I'll make it happen. Oh, Shulk, thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. When this is all over, we'll find a way. When we make camp, I'll see you with your... When we make camp, I see you with your head in a book. The other night you didn't sleep. Are you doing all this for me? Yeah, but it's nothing. I always get carried away when I fixate on something. It's a bad habit of mine. But you must be so exhausted from all the fighting. Don't worry, Fiora, I'm fine. I did good, because now I've learned a few things. Really? Like what? The key is combining Machina and High-Entier technologies. Mikol gave me a book explaining the joint research they did. It was years and years ago, but it covered all sorts of fields. I don't know much about medicine, but Sharla and Lenarda do. I'll help get them to help. Shulk. Sorry, Fiora. This stuff is really boring, eh? No, it's not. Fiora? Are you crying? Yes, but these are tears of joy. I don't know what to say. When I get my body back, let's go have another picnic at the park in the colony. Sure thing, Fiora. It's a date. One day, I promise. Some of the other... You'll see at the end of the episode the other routes, and I think the ones that talk about Shulk being worried because of what's coming up with Dixon, especially the fact that Dixon raised Shulk. Dixon was the closest thing Shulk had to a father, and he literally shot him in the back. And Shulk... The other ones address the fact that Shulk isn't ready to deal with that yet. That it's such a huge betrayal, and it's just done for really personal reasons, that Dixon just does not care and just wants the power of a god. And it's far more interesting to hear Shulk kind of talk about that, rather than like, oh, you'll be normal again, and I love you, Fiora, but there we go. Either way, we'll end the episode here. We'll be dealing with this nonsense with the dragon next episode, and I hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day. I know you can't promise that. I know you think you can do it all, but even you have your limits. You don't believe me? Come on! I'm not saying you're lying, Shulk. I wish you'd listen sometimes. Okay already. I'm sorry, Fiora. I just don't want you to be worried. I know I have the power to see this through. That's my promise to you, Fiora. Really? You promise? Yep. And have you ever known me to go back on a promise? I guess not. Thank you, Shulk. You've filled me with hope. I'm glad you say that. I know it's tough, but you can never give up hope. When this is all over, when there's peace at last, you don't have to say another word. I trust you, Shulk. It's Dixon, isn't it? No, it's not just him, but that's partly it. It's not easy. We all thought of him as our friend. I just don't know anymore, Fiora. One second I resent him, and the next I remember who he is. What am I supposed to feel? I don't know anymore. It must be hard to think about fighting him. Very. I just hope there's some way I can avoid it. There might not be. Yeah, deep down, I know we have to go through him to get to Zanza. That's right, Shulk. He won't stand down for anyone, not even you. Don't worry, I'll give as good as I get, even if that means he has to die. And I'll be right by your side, ready to fight with the end with you. But don't think you should forget about all the good times you had. With Dixon, I mean. I still believe those are real. You do? It's complicated, I know. Sometimes you wish you could just forget all the bad memories, but you have to keep a hold of them. The good ones and the bad, they're tied together. Fiora, I know what you mean. I won't let go of those memories. Shulk, you won't ever forget about me, will you? Hey, where did that come from? I could never ever forget about you. Yeah, I guess not. Sorry. Now let's go find the others. They're probably getting worried. Side note, I particularly like that one. That's a concept that means a lot to me personally. The idea of you can't just forget it's when the bad shit's happened, you still have to... The good stuff with a person, even if you don't view them that way now, still happened. That's a thing that does really, really matter to me personally. So that's... I particularly like that route for it. I'm sure there will be. Really? That sounds unlikely. If it's going to be too tough on you, why make it hard on yourself? He was like a father to you, right? Let us take care of him instead. You hang back, wait for us. I know what you're saying, Fiora, but I can't let you do that. I've been thinking about what happened before, and I reckon maybe Dixon doesn't care about Zanza at all. What makes you say that? I think he just wants to kill me. He's realised that I don't need the Monado to defeat him, and that scares him. That's why he wants to end this. There's no looking back now. No, we move forward or we perish. We got ourselves into this mess, we have to get ourselves out. I wish there could be another way. You were like father and son. Fiora. Sorry, Shulk. I didn't mean to upset you, changing the subject. Why don't we go and find the others? They're probably waiting for us. That's another one where I'm almost tempted. By the way, cross this achievement off now, Doctor, because we won't see it in the real game. Heartbreaking. Take the worst route through a heart-to-heart. But yeah, I almost wanted to take one of these routes just because the stuff we talk about Dixon matters more to what we'll be doing next episode. But I decided to take the good route in the main one. But yes, next episode we'll be on to Dixon. Exciting stuff. I really like this way this heart-to-heart does set that up if you do take these routes.